Jenny McKenzie again. Today, we will get our heart rate up with our light cardio warm-up, and we will then focus on strength by adding light weights to our exercises for total body sculpting. I recommend between 3 to 8 pound dumbbells, depending on your current strength levels. I use 5-pound dumbbells in the video. Remember, you've got 5 moves, 5 times, 1 minute each. So let's get started with the warm-up. Hi there! So here's my suggested warm-up. I suggest running in place for a minute. You can do all sorts of variants. You can do butt kicks, you can do high knees, you can do regular running. Then I recommend a toe touch to work the cardio and kind of stretch you out. Make sure you're really reaching for that toe. Another minute of jumping jacks to get our heart going, and some hip openers because we're going to be working the hip joints a little bit today. All right, hopefully everyone made it back and we're all nice and warmed up. Go ahead and grab your weights and get in a good plank position. We're gonna start with our plank rows to rotation. We're gonna do 30 seconds on each side. What you really wanna focus on here is keeping your elbows tight into your rib cage and making sure when you lift that weight that your elbow is going past your back to really get full range of motion there. And then when you rotate that weight up to the sky, make sure you're contracting your entire core and using your shoulder muscles and triceps to really rotate that weight up to the sky. All right, you're at your 30-second mark here, so go ahead and switch sides quickly. Focus on the same things. Again, bring that elbow past your back. Make sure you're contracting your entire core, your shoulders, your tricep. And you see how I'm looking up at the weight as I rotate it up to the sky? I'm doing that so I'm really getting the full range of motion when I do this exercise. I'm getting full extension, using all my muscles and making the most out of this exercise. So try to do the same thing. All right, minutes up. Our next exercise is the squat press. So go ahead and get up and get in a good squat position with your feet shoulder width apart. And make sure you're really getting low in that squat. Ooh, here's a booty shot. And you're contracting your glutes the entire time. When you go down and when you come up, contract your glutes so your hips sort of pop forward. And that's what your lower half is doing. And obviously when you're at the top of the squat, make sure you're contracting your core and using your shoulders and arm strength to push those weights. Press those weights above your head. Again, focus on going as low as you can in the squat, contract your glutes the entire time, pop your hips forward, and when you're done with the squat and you're standing, use those shoulders to press that weight above your head. Again, we're here for 1 minute, so just keep at it. Hopefully your glutes are starting to burn, maybe your legs, you're almost done here. You've got about 2 seconds left. All right, we're done with the squat press. We're gonna go to our next exercise, which is a Frogger to shoulder press. So you're gonna start out in a plank position with your hands on your weight, and you're gonna jump back into plank, come back, don't fully stand, bring those weights up to your shoulders and press. Do not swing with your arms. Every motion is very slow and controlled. See how slowly I use my arms to bring the weights to my shoulders and press up. It's really important you don't swing the weights or use your momentum because that could really hurt your lower back. So be thinking slow and controlled every time. Even when I jump back from my high squat to the plank, I'm not going really fast because I don't want my back to sag. So just make sure you're being really careful and you're being deliberate in your movements. You've got 3, 2, 1. You're done with the exercise. It's now time to transition to our alternating step back lunges. So here, you're going to keep your weights in either hand, and you're just going to come to a standing position, and you're going to alternate which leg you step back with and lunge. You're going to make sure you're keeping your body weight centered. You're not leaning too far forward, you're not leaning too far back. The weight should actually help you with this because you're gonna feel where your body's centered. And make sure you're really sinking deep into that lunge to work those hamstrings and working on toning those nice transitioning to our culminating exercise here, the burpee with shoulder press. All right, this is a difficult exercise, I'll admit it, but it's definitely doable. You can do it. You just have to be careful here. You don't want to hurt yourself. So when you're jumping back into that plank position, make sure you stay really strong in your core so you're not dropping your hips and sagging your back, because that could really cause some lower back pain. And when you're jumping up from your plank and you're about to do that shoulder press, make sure you're not swinging your weight outwards. Make sure you're really using your core strength and your arm strength to bring the weights to your shoulders and then push the weights above your head. There's a big difference between swinging and really using controlled movements to bring the weight to your shoulders before you go up in the press. And you can vary the kind of push-ups you do here too. I do some tricep push-ups, I do some wide arm push-ups, I do some regular push-ups. It's tough, so do what you gotta do. Good news is, you're done. All right, we're back for round 2. We're going to do 3 rounds of the first rotation that we just did. That's the workout. So this is our second round. Again, on that row, you want to focus on bringing that elbow past your back. And on the rotation, when you rotate the weight up to the sky, focus on contracting your core and opening up your entire body and bringing that weight to the sky and even looking up towards it. All right, you're approaching your 30 seconds. Switch sides. All right, row, rotation. Row, rotation. Row, rotation. Elbow past your back, elbow to the sky. Elbow past your back, rotate up to the sky. Elbow past your back, rotate up to the sky and look up at that weight. And you've got 3, 2, 1, and now we transition. All right, here's round 2 of our squat press. Again, make sure you're contracting your glutes the entire way down and the entire way up. And really make sure you almost do a pulse, or you really contract them at the top to kind of push your hips forward. You give it like a really tight contracting there. You come all the way down and make sure your knees are staying over your ankles. You're not like pushing them out way over your toes. Only go as low as you can while still maintaining control. You don't want to fall. We don't want to cause back injuries here. And that's what you focus on in the squat. Again, make sure these movements are slow and deliberate. And note you're not using momentum to kind of throw your hands up there for the press. We're going to squat and press. And squat and press. Squat and press. Squat and press. You'll find your groove. I just kind of want to say it a couple times. And you've got 3, 2, 1. Time to transition. Here's round 2 of our Frogger to shoulder press. Again, I know I say it a lot, but I can't say it enough. Slow, controlled, deliberate motions here. I really don't want you hurting your lower back. This workout's gonna be great, and incorporating these exercises into your circuits is gonna be great, but it won't do you much good if you're injured. So again, make sure you're not sagging that back when you go down to into a plank, and you're not, swinging those weights up to your shoulders. You're gonna get kind of, I hope you get tired. I was a little bit tired. Maybe you're just in phenomenal shape. But you're gonna get a little tired, and you're going to want to swing those weights and get lazy, but don't. Just slow your roll if you need to. The exercises are gonna be here. You can always improve. You can always get better. It's one of the awesome things about fitness. There's always goals, always new things to work towards. You can always, get stronger. Be stronger, better, faster, as they say. But you're doing awesome. So just keep up the good work. I hope you don't mind my daughter you might hear every now and again. Hazards of having kids, y'all. All right, last one, and time to transition. Okay, transitioning to our round 2 of our alternating step back lunges. So just kind of let the weights, not hang, but put the weights at your sides. Hang just sounds bad. And alternate which leg you step back and lunge with. Again, keep your body weight centered. Don't move, don't lean forward, or don't lean back. And make sure you're coming down as low as you can in that lunge. Hopefully your quads and your hamstrings will start to burn. The weights are going to help you here. I know I said it in round 1, but the weights are going to help you again here to really feel Round 2 of our culminating exercise, burpee with shoulder press. I know you love these. Sorry for that abrupt ending. I guess I just got carried away explaining the step back lunges to y'all. I wanted to help you find a groove to get into, because you'll get into a groove, you'll get into kind of a rhythm that might help you get through the minute. So here we're gonna come down, jump back, push up, come up, did a tricep one there. Bring your shoulders, weights to your shoulders, press, come down, jump back, wide arm push up, come up, bring those weights to your shoulder, and push. Come down. Again, you do not want to sag in your back. You want to stay strong in your core and have a good plank the entire time. If you sag in your back, that's where we can really run into some back injuries, which I really don't want for you, since you're doing so awesome. We don't want to stop that. Oh, there's Lily again. Hopefully she's good for some comic relief. And you've got 3, 2, 1. Yay! Done with round 2. Hooray! It's the final round. So we're gonna start with our plank row to rotation again. As always, keep in mind, stay strong in your core. Use all those little stabilizer muscles in the row. Pull that shoulder past your back. And then on the rotation, make sure you're reaching as far as you can, putting that weight up to the sky, turning your head to really, again, get that full extension. You should be feeling this all down your obliques, your entire core, even in your legs, because you're going to be working all sorts of stabilizer muscles here to stay in a balanced plank. 30 seconds up, switch sides. Focus on the same thing here. You're doing awesome. Remember, this is the last time we do it, so you've pretty much made it. You're doing a great job. You're gonna have nice toned arms, defined triceps. You're gonna be so strong, functionally fit. You're gonna be able to do all sorts of things. It's gonna be awesome. All right, and you are almost done. 3, 2, 1. Get ready to transition. All right, it's the final round of the squat press. So again, take your feet shoulder width apart. And keep your weight in your heels as you sink down into the squat. You don't want your weight to be going over your toes. If you were doing this barefoot, you would actually want to be able to lift your toes. You could try lifting your toes with your shoes if you want. That's how much of your weight should be in your heels. Again, keep those weights at your shoulder the entire time. As you come up, push up. If it helps, you can even have the weights kind of touch at the top. That's how you know you're even and you've kind of achieved full extension. Contract your glutes the entire time. We're still focusing on the same things. We can't get lazy now. It's round 3. This is when we're really gonna lock in the gains, as my husband likes to say. So squat and press, and squat and press, and squat and press, and squat and press, and time to transition. Final round of the Frogger to shoulder press. Again, it's really important that we don't get lazy here because again, we don't want any injuries. I know I probably say it too much, but I can't stress it enough. I really don't want y'all to get hurt. I want you guys to be fit to fight, as they say. All right, you're doing such a good job. This is a tough workout and you made it to round 3. I'm proud of you. You're doing amazing. Just make sure you keep up that stamina, slow, deliberate, controlled motions. So back, up, weights to shoulder, press, weights to shoulder, down, plank, back up, weights to shoulder, press, down, back, up, and press. If you follow the rhythm of my voice, I'm not going very fast, which is another indicator that these are slow, controlled movements. Only go as fast as you can while still maintaining good control. I cannot emphasize that enough, but you're doing a great job. All right, you've got 3, 2, 1, time to transition. All right, here's a third time. We're gonna work those alternating step back lunges. Make sure we're working those legs. Again, you wanna keep your weight centered. The weights are gonna help you do that. Step back and lunge, step back, lunge, come up, step back with the other leg, and lunge. Step up, step back with the other leg, and lunge. Step up, step back with your opposite leg, and lunge. Step up, step back, and lunge. working with the weights, working the chest and the legs. So your heart rate should be going, but right now we're working on toning up the legs, the hamstrings, and the quads. So we've got 3, 2, 1. Transition to burpees. Last time. All right, here's our final round of burpees. You made it. The last exercise of the last round. And of course it's the hardest one, but it's only a minute left. You've already done 2, so what's 1 more minute? It was a tough circuit, y'all. You should be good about yourself after doing this today. I know I did. I felt sore in a good way. I felt like I'd gotten my heart rate up and I worked the muscles. I could almost feel the lean muscle mass developing or starting. Well, I don't know. That might be a bridge too far, but I did feel the burn, that's for sure. And it's not a lot of high impact. You're jumping, but you're not doing it quickly. Like these burpees are slow and controlled with weights. So it's not really high impact. You're not ruining your joints or pounding on your joints. I used to be a big time runner, and I used to get really sore in like my IT band and my knees. I'm never really very sore in that way after these workouts. And 3, 2, 1, hooray! Workout complete. Make sure you cool down, stretch, and hydrate.